viewers, welcome to another maiden episode of Focus. My name is Comfort Afenkarin. I'll be your host for today, and we'll be talking about an interesting topic that goes on around us in our everyday life. The topic is phone addiction. 1 billion of us own a smartphone. In fact, it might be more than 1 billion, it might be excess. We own a smartphone, and we know how addicting it can be. How, so addicted to pressing your phone and everything. Now, one former Google employee said, this is no accident at all. Indeed, it is by design, and he became troubled by the relentless efforts of app developers to keep us glued to our gadgets. We have guests in the house that will be joining me today to discuss intensively on our topic, phone addiction. Come with me as we dive deep into our discussion. Welcome back to our show. Today we have our first guest speaker. And sir, please, will you be nice to introduce yourself?
Well, my pleasure. Tai Olani is my name. I will say I'm an alumnus of the defunct Post and Telecommunications, which translated to NIPOST, where I retired as a General Manager, Corporate Communications in 2016.
All right.
And I think I should say I've seen the ups and downs of whatever today is regarded as a means of communication. So I would say that addiction is not only something that is the seamy side of youth. It's also of the elderly people. Except you want to say some of us old schools are phone intoxicated. The reason being that when you maybe have retired, to kill boredom, we thank God that we have something like handset phones that tend to help us to reunite with friends, classmates, relations, and stuff like that. And of course, the social media has myriad of platforms. Is it WhatsApp? Is it Instagram? Is it and so on and so forth. But like somebody like me, I'm so addicted. There was a time I did a kind of self-auditing on the use of phone, and I got to know I was 55% addicted. Wow. Because almost daily I post one or two things on Facebook, not makeups, I'm not a lady, but at least I write a lot on Facebook, and I belong to so many platforms on Facebook, including WhatsApp.
There is this chemical substance that is released in the brain when we engage ourselves in any addictive activity, such as gambling, smoking, drinking, playing of games. All these activities all these substances that are released in the brain are what we know as dopamine. In 2012, at Harvard Institute, there was this study that shows that a lot of people that engage in pressing of phone, they found that this chemical substance is being released in the brain, and this same chemical substance that is released in the brain is known as dopamine.
Today, wherever we go, we are inevitably surrounded by fellow citizens staring into their phones, as we usually are too. Cell phone addiction is becoming more common according to a national study. 1 in every 8 kids become an addict. We see children going to YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and this is becoming more common as a lot of children find communicating physically an issue. A lot of students are not bold to talk to others physically. They would rather talk to someone on their phones. They would rather call or text.
The advice is we should have a kind of harmony. You harmonize the misuse and
Exactly.
the
You try to
use.
balance
Because you
both.
balance, that's
Exactly.
the word. You have to balance so that nobody loses out at the end of the day, because it's destroying some homes.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I mean, when you don't interact again, the real affection could be affected in terms of children, in terms of wife, in terms of other things and stuff like that. And also, if it can elicit giving of tithes to someone like me. So my pleasure once again. I
All
think.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you coming to our show today and giving us this deep insights regarding phone addiction. The main point is we should try to balance
Yeah.
the phone
Yeah.
and our relationship with humans as well.
Okay.
So thank you very much once again. Hello viewers, welcome to another episode.
Continue. Start again.
Hello viewers,
Not another.
welcome to another episode.
Maiden to the maiden.
Oh shit.
Start again.
Hello viewers, welcome to the maiden episode of
Then from the point, like for instance, this dopamine thing, so you just let them know that dopamine just causes addiction. It's the same chemical that you use when you smoke, drink, all those addictive things. So whenever you get a response from somebody, like for instance, if you are depressed and you wanted the response, just send I to like
Location manager treating us right. See ya. I didn't choose to go. Ah.
After Ajana. After Lakwa. From
Please, I don't think I even know anywhere after that. Like I don't think I even know anywhere.
from